No, 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 wanga. No megawatts media, no bata. Star Wars review.
Welcome to Megawatts Media. Today's episode, we're going to be discussing Star Wars because the new Star Wars movie is going to be coming out soon. And I would just like to go over my thoughts. I'm not going to go over too much, but just so you know, too, there is some spoilers in this. So if you haven't seen all the Star Wars movies or everything to do with Star Wars, I'm going to be randomly saying things from different movies. I don't want to spoil it for anyone because some of them are great movies, some of them not so much. So you've been warned. Listen after you've seen all the movies. So here we go. First of all, I would like to ask you, out of all the Star Wars movies, what's your favorite?
My favorite Star Wars movie is actual Star Wars.
A New Hope. That's the first one. Star Wars. It's A New Hope is
That's
what
number 4.
Number 4 is A New Hope.
Okay.
But it's Star Wars as far as when it first came out. It was just Star Wars.
Okay, just for the record, I'm not a sci-fi.
Yeah,
guy
that's why
like
I'm asking you.
Okay, so
I
that's
know.
my favorite one. Like the very original one. Remember going to the neighbor's house? They had that big disc. We watched it a few
Laser
times.
disc.
Laser disc thing. And we watched it a few times. Oh man, I really like that one.
Yes. Okay. So, I will say I'm probably gonna go. Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite. Just because I think there's more action in it. Then Star Wars. Then Return of the Jedi.
My opinion: 1, 2, and 3. I think they all suck.
Oh, the prequels. I thought when they came out. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go into this. When they came out, everybody wanted new Star Wars. Everybody was like, "Oh man, wouldn't it be great?" And when they said they were gonna do the prequels, I was kind of upset because okay, you don't get to see Luke, you don't get to see Han Solo, you don't get to see, right? But when they first came out, there was a lot of excitement for it. And then, yeah, the first one was, I would say, more of like a kid's movie because it had that kid in it. And when you watch it now,
Actually, I didn't mind that one.
there's, yeah,
The one where
that's what I was,
the kid races that's Anakin, right?
yeah, Anakin. There's, okay, there's, I'm going to say with the prequels, there's good stuff about all of them. And there's the guy from that 70s show, what's his name? Topher
Grace.
Topher Grace. What he did, you can look this up too. He did a thing where he spliced all the movies together and just took the good parts out and cut out all of the like Jar Jar, the Galactic Senate, all the boring stuff. He took that out and made one movie out of those 3 movies, and it's actually I watched a little bit of it, and it's actually really good.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he made
As long as he took out Jar Jar.
Jar Jar's in it just for like I think 5 minutes, but there's so much in it. I think they just because the thing that bothered me about that is they had so much story they could have told about Darth Vader, but it seemed like in the last movie, again spoiler, in the Revenge of the Sith, it was like 5 seconds and he's turns to the dark side and he's like, okay, you're Darth Vader now, and
You're a bad guy.
yeah, he's like I thought it was gonna show his progression. It didn't really show his progression to the dark side. He just all of a sudden cut off Samuel L. Jackson's hand, killed him, threw him out a window, and then he's like, "What have I done?" And then he's all of a sudden he's the dark side. Right, he's Darth Vader.
Wait a second. Did Samuel L. Jackson say his line in that? Like
Some motherfucker. He did. I think as he was flying out the window, he threw a motherfucker out there.
So he didn't say it in that one. Okay.
He might have got it. Okay. I don't know. But I mean, there was some progression of the dark side where it showed where he went and slaughtered the people that killed his mother. But I think that's not really because I think anybody probably would lose their mind.
Wait a second, is that why he turned dark? Because people killed his mother and stuff?
Well, they said the way that it shows it is because he went back to save his mother when he was a kid. He was a slave or whatever, right? And he said, "I'll come back for you when I become a Jedi." And so he didn't get there in time. She dies right when he gets there, and it's the Sand People, and he goes back and he slaughters the Sand People.
Oh man, I want to watch that part.
But, but the thing is, like, who wouldn't? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a fair thing to say because.
But what the hell? Why were the Sand People so mad? What were they so bad about?
The Sand People are just dicks.
They're just dicks?
They're just dicks.
So he's just like, let's wipe the shit out of these Sand People. Okay, so
he killed like kids, like Sand People kids, Sand kids. I don't know what you call them, but like, yeah, he just went.
He wasn't taking any.
Oh, you went crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm gonna go back and watch that one again.
Anyway, so we agree that the original ones are the best. Prequels, and then
I like number 7 better than the 1, 2, and 3.
The Force Awakens.
Yes.
So okay, I like the Force Awakens too. I thought it was good, but a lot of people say it just pretty much is a copy of the Star Wars, The New Hope. It pretty has exact.
That's why I liked it.
Almost the same story. Well, and I think they did it for the fans, right? Anyways, it wasn't bad. It felt like the old Star Wars movies.
Oh man, chills went down my spine when you see them all together, like Han Solo.
When you see Han Solo and Chewbacca
and Princess Leia or whatever.
Yeah, that was
so.
But okay, yeah, it was awesome, right? But here's my problem with it, right?
Tell me your problem.
That movie was good, but all they had to do was put a scene where you had Luke, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, R2-D2, C-3PO. You know, have all of them back together, just for one scene. They didn't do that. They missed,
and that burned your ass.
Well, that's what everybody had been waiting for. That's what what do you want to see?
The whole Luke Skywalker thing, where he was kind of like not really in the movie.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Was that like a reverse Easter egg?
Well, they were trying Okay, this as far as what I know is J.J. Abrams. He wanted the mystery, the build up, right? And build up around Luke, and you don't know what's going on. But then the next director, which you said you didn't see the next one.
I haven't seen that one. So
the next movie, Luke's kind of a grumpy old a-hole on this island, and I'll say Mark Hamill.
He's a lot like a sand person.
No. But Mark Hamill does a really good job, because what has he done for acting? Corvette Summer, of course. But
I think he did some voiceovers.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does the Joker's. He does the Joker's voice. But I'm just saying, for not being acting in front of the camera or doing anything like that, really a whole lot. He did a great job. He was Luke again, right? It was great to see, because as soon as when you see, and again it might give you chills, when he meets up with Chewbacca, it's great to see how he interacts with it, and it's like he's Luke Skywalker from those old movies, right? How he is he's excited to see Chewbacca, and it's awesome, right? Mm-hmm. A couple of little points like that are good, but overall that movie's horrible. This is the other thing I'd like to bring up. About these movies, what they did.
Let me hear what you want to bring up.
let me throw it out here for you. Okay, so you're in this universe. You're one of the Star Wars. Okay,
I'm a character.
You're one of the main characters. Who has had a good life out of everyone there?
Man.
Out of name a main character.
Definitely not the Sand People.
The Sand People had a rough go.
Got shit upon.
The only
I
one.
don't know. I think if I had the Force, I would be. Be having a pretty good life. I'd be like.
Well, you'd think so, but okay. The
Yeah,
only
well,
one. The only one out of everyone that's
Are you
kind of
saying
like
Obi-Wan or the only one?
the only one.
Okay.
Obi-Wan got like he got pretty horribly killed,
Sliced. Yeah.
right? So there, Obi-Wan Kenobi bad. Yoda is the only one. He dies of old age.
It seems like all we see, we don't see them having any fun.
Well, okay, but that's the thing. When
Maybe we should have a movie where they're just out.
just hey, we're
Set
just
the
chilling.
bar.
Well, that's
Well, that
That's-
crazy bar with all the crazy.
aliens. But that's the thing. When we ended Return of the Jedi, it was a party. You thought, to me, if they had left it like that, they just won the war, the Empire's gone, they're living the great life.
Yeah.
You know, Luke's gonna train some Jedis. If any small things happen, like he's got the Jedis going,
He's got the
Right.
Force.
he's got the Force.
Yeah.
Princess Leia and Han Solo get married, go off, whatever, right? So that at the end of that one, there's some happy endings. Now that they did this, right? Yeah. Again, at the end or the Force Awakens, Han Solo again. Spoiler: Han Solo gets killed by his own son.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
And he just turns into a dick too.
Who?
This fucking Kylo Ren.
His son. His son's a dick,
Yeah.
right? So
Why is he such a dick? His
you
grandpa's.
you find that out in the next one. He thinks Luke is looking into is reading, I don't know, using the Force or whatever, and he senses that there's a lot of dark side in him, right?
He feels a disturbance in the Force.
So Kylo wakes up. It's like a flashback, and he wakes up and he thinks Luke's gonna kill him because Luke even says for a split second, which I think is bullshit. There's no way that Luke would do this because he tried to save his own father that had killed.
Totally out of character is what you're saying.
Yeah, like Darth Vader blew up a planet.
Yeah,
Right?
but
And he's
maybe Luke got smarter in his old age, and he's like, I gotta take this guy out, man.
No, I know, but he tried to redeem a guy that blew up a friggin' planet,
I get it.
right?
Yeah,
The guy blew up a planet,
he blew up a planet.
right?
Yeah.
And then
That's a pretty.
Then
That's a pretty piss poor move right there.
then
Like,
he senses his nephew, not even his son, like you know what I mean? He senses his nephew is like
I'm gonna kill this.
he's like, and he goes, for a split second, I thought maybe I should kill him. He said he wasn't gonna do it, right? But Kylo wakes up and sees him standing over him, and he's got his lightsaber. So he instantly starts to fight Luke,
Yeah.
right? And that's kind of what turns him, because Luke was training him, and then he was like, oh, I didn't like that.
So he trained him when he was a little kid.
Yeah, shows like a flashback,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, anyways, that's bullshit because there's no way that he, you know what I mean, tried to redeem Darth Vader, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, I'm just gonna kill.
When Luke is training these kids
Right.
to have the Force.
Right.
Not all of these kids have the like. Do they take the strong ones and like, okay, this kid is an A+ student. He's got the Force.
You see that a little bit too.
Oh, yeah, in number 8.
Yeah, like that it shows.
Do they get rid of the?
It shows.
This kid's.
Well, okay, he pretty much Kylo Ren kills all the other kids with the Force.
Okay.
So there's no more kids with the Force, right?
But
So-
how do they? I thought that you had to be born with the Force. Like,
Well,
how do they
see, that's also bullshit too, because with like Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original movies explains it surrounds us, it binds us, you know what I mean? He says all this stuff, and then in the prequels they talk about metachlorians in your blood, that's stupid.
Oh my
Right?
god! They're
So-
ruining this.
Yeah, they ruined it with the metachlorian bullshit
you
too.
can't have that
So
shit.
cut that stuff out, right? As far as you know, as far as we knew growing up, it was just something that surrounds us. It's almost like a religious blah 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 whatever. Right? So, anyways, but back to my point. So they killed so Han Solo's dead. The next movie they kill off. Like you didn't see it, right?
No, I didn't see it.
Spoiler.
Go ahead.
So-
Spoil away. You don't
Luke,
have to tell us. You spoiled the shit out of everything.
it's a long, drawn out, stupid movie where they're trying to get away, and when you watch it, you'll go, "This is so stupid." But so they're trying to get away. So then Luke is on this island where he's like been living in exile and blah blah blah.
The island of misfit
Jedis.
Jedis. Okay.
So he's been living there, and so Rey goes to this island to get him. She says, and there's been the map has had him hidden there. He doesn't want to be found. Everything. He just wants to stay on this island. He's pretty much saying, "Oh, I just want to stay on this island to die," and everything, right? So she says she needs him. The rebels need him, or whatever they call him. And he's like, "No, I'm not going. Screw you guys. Whatever. I'm staying on this island." Right? So Kylo Ren is coming to, like, all the rebels are all caught, and it's
Can I ask you a question?
yes.
Rey, is she somebody's daughter?
You don't know. That's the other stupid thing about this movie, is they had a whole bunch of questions. You're like, "Oh, who's her parents? Who's this?" And the director of this one, Ryan, I don't know who it is, Ryan Johnson, I think it is. He completely didn't answer any of the questions, and he almost did it on purpose to be kind of a dick. Like, J.J. Abrams, I think, did a great job making all these questions, and you're like, "Oh, who's this? Who's this?" And then this other guy steps in. Like, it should have been J.J. Abrams, because now J.J. Abrams is doing the third one. He wasn't supposed to do the third one, but he's doing it because so many people are pissed off because of the second one.
The guy that did the 8th one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Luke says, "I'm not leaving the island. Screw you guys. Figure it out on your own. Whatever," right? So Rey goes back. She's like, "Well, I got some Jedi powers. I'm gonna see what I can do." She trains with Luke for like seems like 5 minutes, and she's already amazing Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but so she goes back. She's like, "I'm gonna see what I can do." You go back, and I don't even want to go into, like, this movie's so dumb. So, anyways, you think all of a sudden they're trapped in this cave, and oh my god, everything's going to shit, and Princess Leia's there, and you're like, "Oh man, what's gonna happen?" And everybody's gonna die, and there's so many people die in this, like, not big characters, right? But
Yeah.
like just a whole bunch of like rebels. Like the other ones, like you'd see like a couple like Porkins and stuff like that dies. Remember Porkins?
I remember that movie, Porky's.
Porkies, but it's Porkins, which is a horrible name for the guy.
I don't even know what Porkins is. But
Remember the guy in the original one? He's like kind of a little bit overweight, and he has the unfortunate name of Porkins. Anyways, he dies, right? So poor fella. R.I.P. Porkins. So, and I'm going off tangents here.
Okay, so go ahead.
What happens? Luke, you think he shows up last minute. You're like, "Oh man, he makes it there," right? And he's all like badass Jedi. He's dressed in black, and he's like the whole whatever you call it, not the Empire, whatever they're called now. I can't think of it now, but they got like their Imperial walkers, the big AT-ATs, and they're all like
It's a war coming.
There's no way they're getting out of it.
There's a storm of brewing.
There's no way they're getting out of it.
There's no way.
Luke walks out by himself.
He's ready to go.
He's like, "This is gonna happen, right?"
This is going down.
And he looks
the part.
Well, because previously he's got long hair, he's all disheveled, but it's like he shaved.
Yeah, he got in shape.
It's like, yeah,
He
they
got ready for
should
this
have
fight.
done like a Rocky montage.
Yeah, he was
right?
carrying wood on his back.
Yeah, you got it.
Doing chin-ups and stuff.
Doing chin-ups, ready to go.
Did he get
So-
a headband?
He got a headband. So, anyways, he walks out, and Kylo Ren says, "I want all the guns pointed at him, right? Every gun pointed at him." And then they're distracted. He's distracting. Stuff's going on in the cave, right? They shoot everything at him, right?
They threw everything at him but the kitchen sink.
Everything. So what do you think happens?
Oh, Luke kicks the shit out of everybody, and
So smoke clears. You think he's gonna be gone, right? He's still standing there. He just brushes it off, like nothing,
yeah, oh, yeah,
right? Like he's a Jedi.
He's got the Force.
So, anyways, so then Kylo Ren goes down. He's like, I'm gonna face him. I'm gonna have a.
This is it.
They're going like it's crazy. It's a crazy
Totally.
duel. It's like it's the way that you wanted to see Luke. You're like, oh man, he's a full Jedi now.
Yeah,
He's like
well, he's
he
given it.
went to Jedi school and
Yeah.
he's
Well,
he studied
He was
hard.
the teacher. He was the
he's
goddamn
a teacher. But I'm saying like in the other movies, you're always like, oh, you know what? Even at the end of Return of the Jedi, you're like, well, he's not fully a Jedi because when he has to become a Jedi Master, he has to fight Darth Vader. Anyways, so gets done. And it turns out what he did, he's still on the island. And he just projected.
Oh,
He's not actually there. So they just shot stuff. And it didn't. It's not a hologram. It's not, but it's not a hologram. But it is.
It's the Force hologram.
It's the Force hologram, which who knew he could do that? Nobody knew that. So
That is very true.
oh, so you
They probably wasted a lot of ammo.
yeah. So he's just a distraction. So he does all
Did he
that.
come up from behind them and like
No. He walked up and he was like,
the real real Luke?
Luke's on the island the whole time. He's sitting there. He's doing like a meditation pose or whatever. He's floating in the air and he's doing this, right? And when you find that out, you're like, oh my god, that's so stupid.
Goddamn, no way.
Right?
They didn't do this.
They did it. So, anyways,
They did it.
he fights Luke. He doesn't know he's a hologram or that he's not there until he goes, and he says almost like the same thing as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, if you strike me down, I'll only become stronger.
Yeah,
right?
But you can't strike me down because I'm on goddamn hologram.
Kylo Ren puts the lightsaber through him, and he's just standing there. He's like,
Yeah,
and he says something like, see you around, kid, or something like that. And he disappears. So you think, okay, what do you think happens?
Well, I think Luke just wakes up on the island and
That's perfect.
I don't know what happened.
No, Luke dies. Luke dies from doing that.
Luke
So-
dies. The hologram dies.
No, the hologram disappears because he was using the Force so much.
Oh shit! He forced himself. To
It
death.
forced himself to death.
God damn
I
it!
hate when that happens.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you this part too, just to ruin it a little bit more for you. Spoiler again. So Princess Leia, they could have. Carrie Fisher, obviously, she died in real life, right? R.I.P. And they had an opportunity in the movie.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. They had an opportunity in the movie, and if you've seen the movie, she gets blown out of a spaceship, right?
That's
She's
right.
in space.
She is.
So that usually kills people even in real life.
She's
right.
with the Force, though.
Yeah, but she's never used the Force in any other movie. They didn't mention that Luke trained her. Nothing. Blah 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 blah. So she uses the Force to get herself back into a ship. Like flies, like puts her hand out, and just fly. It's
This
so.
movie sounds like the worst. Movie.
It's so stupid. They could have had her blown up, and she could have died that way, right? Or there's another part where another girl, the girl from Jurassic Park, Laura Dern, is in it, and she sacrifices herself, and she dies. Where they could have put they could have edited it. I could have taken this movie and edited it, and made it so Princess Leia did that, and it would have been an awesome sacrifice, great way.
The way it should have been.
Right, but you know what I mean. Like she's dead in real life.
No.
Like, and the movie came out after she died. What's that?
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. She's awesome, right? But I'm saying they could have fixed it and made her like a hero, like give her a nice way to go out in the movie. But instead, she's gonna be in the next one,
Oh, jeez.
right? So they killed off. This is what I don't understand. They killed off Han Solo, which Harrison Ford didn't want. He wanted to be killed off in Empire Strikes Back, right? And they got him back for Return of the Jedi. Money got him back for the next
Well,
one.
I feel that if you didn't have Han Solo in these movies, he was a big part of the movies. Like he was.
Well, he's like the everyman that like he doesn't understand what's going. He's like, I don't understand these hokey religions and whatever, and he's kind of like the guy that's like
Okay, let me ask you this.
the skeptic.
Let's stop right
Go
there
ahead.
for a second. Are you excited for movie number 9?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
No, like the only thing that I am a little bit excited about it is I want to see how they can fix it. I don't think there's any way they can fix it unless they just go, whoops, it was all a dream.
So you like 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3 is shit.
No, 1, 2, and 3 I appreciate now better because
of the shit that they're
because
calling now.
you gotta watch number 8. It's so bad. Like just watch
I
it.
don't know if I can watch it now. I don't even know if I have to.
It's you'll yell at the screen, and I don't understand how, like, I could write a better movie like as a kid.
You know what I wanna
if you went
watch?
back in time and talked to me as like I don't know what do you want, like 13-year-old me, and said, hey, write a movie that goes after Return of the Jedi, I could have written a better movie than these, right? What? You don't think so?
No, I think you could.
No, I couldn't. Like this movie is so bad. That's what I mean. Like you take any kid and watch the first ones and then go write a sequel to this, and they would say you just want to have them all together. That's all you want, right?
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I want to see that.
Anyways, all I'm saying is they missed an opportunity to have the original cast together. All right, tell us what you think about. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh.